said just vote for 20 games, just like Big 20 number 13, and we take the top 20 games based on the number of votes. And as a little added spice, previous runners from Big 20, their votes counted twice.
Okay, so I think like anyone dropping by probably will understand like what I'm streaming right now.
So, Lack, are you playing the games or am I?
I got it all ready to go.
All right. So Lack's gonna load up the games, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with the reveal.
Yeah, so let's just say I'm hyped to participate in my third ever Big 20.
For this Big 20, the first time ever out of 17 Big 20s. Not only do you guys get to vote for the goals, but the winner of the mini race gets to choose an aspect of goal number 1. We've already got the goal kind of lined up, but there's some options.
Yeah, so for further context, there is like a mini race that's set to happen after this reveal, but I'm probably not gonna have time for that. I'm just gonna be here for the games list reveal.
Hey everyone.
See what games I'll have to be practicing should I actually participate in this Big 20, and likely I will.
Without showing any of the games.
I mean, I really enjoyed number 16.
But here is the list, and you can see the number of votes that every game got.
So the number of people like that just vouched for the same game.
So if your game didn't get 56 votes, it didn't make it.
So let's just say if Wario's Woods wasn't voted like at least 56 times, it's not going to be here. I don't know, I really had a lot of fun playing Woods.
Too many votes for the rig to be successful, that's right.
There's not enough NES players to rig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like my Woods after all.
We're gonna go back over now.
Put these votes into perspective. Big 20 number 13. That was the most, that was the biggest Big 20 of all time then. And
I think they had like about, if not at least 200 people, about 200 people in Big 20 number 13, and that was the first one that I saw that actually piqued my interest in trying to enter these events myself.
Dude, game number 1 in the list.
I just realized that we can't hear the music. So wait a minute. Where did the music come?
It's not gonna be full game though.
it is indeed Castlevania 3.
It's not gonna be full game though. As much as I'd love for it to be full game, that's just not realistic.
Rayo says,
not realistic
Grant,
for a Big 20.
To you, Rayo, I say,
Win
What's
the
the
get
goal?
in and win the mini race.
That's right. So the winner of the race gets to decide which
What the goal is gonna be.
helper character
It's not gonna be
That'd be
full game though.
for everyone. So it's not just for you.
I don't know
so
how
you
many people
decide
actually
for
know
for
how to
everyone
do
who
the
plays the
any
game.
percent glitch to skip half the game. I'm not one of them. I don't know how to skip half the game. And let's just say, like, we're assuming, like, I don't know, first quest only. The fastest run in first quest that doesn't just skip half the game is 25 minutes, 42 seconds, and
Now we're not going to go over
the average person can't beat the game in under 26 minutes, so
At the end of this, we'll be sending out a document with all of
full
the
game,
mini
that's
race.
just not gonna happen.
So if you haven't played Castlevania 3, it's a lot like Castlevania 1.
Oh, I played Castlevania 3,
Same kind of
alright.
movement, same kind of sub-weapons, you have the hearts to get. But it's known to be fairly difficult. It's got a lot of difficult platforming parts, especially if you're going to get Grant.
Okay, please,
climbing the clock
did my
tower.
messages go through?
But this is the first time that I know of that Castlevania 3 has been in the...
Welcome to the
Big
chat
20
room.
before.
Hi.
It has. It was in Big 20 number 8, and it was Goal Rescue Alucard, I believe.
So, if
They're
you
pretty
win,
similar, yeah.
if you win, you have an opportunity to do the same goal or a different goal. Your choice.
Ooh.
So this was the game that got the least amount of votes that still made it into Big 20 number 17.
You need to jump there.
Every other game,
Oh, is
like,
that
they
how
got
you
less
do it? I
votes,
have no
didn't make it
idea.
in. It was either voted like
Oh,
21st
that was
or
Black
like
Panther,
lower.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To
that
be
was me.
determined, so...
Looked pretty vanilla. I've only played that game once, but it was fun.
Rescue Alucard, rescue Sypha, rescue Grant. Grant might take me about 7-8 minutes. Sypha might take me about like
votes I got,
6 or something?
There was a tie.
Alucard might take me about like 8.5 to 9
we'll get
minutes.
To that we'll get to that later.
Probably closer to 8.5.
Alright.
So any of the if any of those
58
are
votes.
like the de facto goal,
This is the order we
it's gonna be
playing.
less than 10 minutes of ZV3. Like I said, full game just not realistic for a Big 20 marathon, where there's 19 other games to come after it. I'm gonna guess Ninja Gaiden 2 or 3.
Ninja Gaiden 2.
The Dark Sword of Chaos.
The Dark Sword of Chaos.
Oh, I didn't do speedruns of this one,
Great
but I've
game.
beaten the
I
game
voted for this
casually.
game.
At least.
Superior Ninja Gaiden.
2 or 3
twice
times,
as good
maybe?
as the first one, in my opinion. Because it's 2.
No spin slash, though.
I have still beaten stage 3.
Beat Act 5 of Ninja Gaiden 2, Dark Sword of Chaos.
Ninja Gaiden 2 is not
Not the one I've done
as
speedruns
Ninja
of. I've
Gaiden
done a
1,
few speedruns of the
but it's
first one,
still a
though.
Ninja Gaiden game. It's still got the same kind of difficulty. This one has a lot of additional environmental factors. It has dark screens, it has wind screens.
Oh, the windscreen.
You've got
Fucking
several
2-2
bosses, all with their own
already
unique
a
skills.
pretty big spike in
most
difficulty, if
importantly,
you ask me.
You have the clones and better knockback. Those are the two things that
Better
define Ninja
knockback.
Gaiden 2. Instead of always being knocked back and losing a bunch of time, you can just bounce off the back of an enemy and move forward. You can climb walls instead of just doing the hippity hop.
Oh yeah, the wall
And
climb.
The clones that you can find allow you to do some really awesome quick kills. But it also means that dying can take a lot of time. You see now, Lack has himself a clone. If you die, you lose all of your clones. So don't die, because the clones are how you do extra damage to your boss.
Yeah, I think that's part of the
used to
reason
speedrun this
why
game
the runs
when
for
I say
this,
used to,
when their
I mean,
optimizers so damn
Really
quick.
long time ago.
World record for this is like, what, under 10
The
minutes
goal
still?
for this one is going to be complete Act 5, which is Ashtar, also known as Trash Tar.
I could do that, but question of how long, I don't know.
Christine says, learning where backup clones are is pretty important. This is great to hear, because that means
Everything
you know this
basically
game, and
just-
make it a tutorial.
I don't know. We'll see just how important those clones end up being when it's like
We do get to
actually
play
like when I
George's
find the
favorite
time to
stage.
practice this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Duke Nukem. Long time no see.
Yeah, you gotta
That
get
that
that.
was a deciding factor.
Hang on a minute. Can I just add
Alright.
text?
Game number
Game
3,
number 3.
58 votes also. Actually, the 2, 3,
Can you
and
see
4
that?
all had 58 votes. So, really close. So, let's see what it is.
Text. Can I change the color? Mike Tyson's Punch Out or something?
There were several ties. And there were 2 games with 55 votes. Or 3 games with 55 votes that were just.
I really
on
hope
top
this isn't going to be
of,
like a permanent thing.
2010.
Here it is.
Punch Out.
Yeah, on such short notice, I'm not like sure how to
Now,
fix it
Punch Out has
either.
been in the Big 20 before. People have beaten King Hippo.
So I guess just
people
enjoy the
have
purple
beaten
monkey.
Mike Tyson from the beginning and the end.
So what's the goal?
Oh,
This
Bald
we're gonna
bull.
do. Yeah. So we are doing another world circuit, and so you have to put in the password that you're seeing on screen, and you hold select and press A and B simultaneously for the password to be
Registered.
accepted.
A and B
I
simultaneously.
recommend
I'll probably be able to
practicing
remember
them
to
because
use
I
that.
failed it like 20 times when trying to do it.
You just
Oh,
hold select and press A and B at the same time.
my, hold on. We gotta go back because my, save states are on. So it's screwing up my input. So this is a good
Reminder.
reminder to
Turn
not
off
have
your
save
save
states on, yeah. Alright, we're
And
back.
for those of you using the old stable builds on the EverDrive, I think it was like 1.16
So
or 1.17.
I remember like Big 20 number
save
13. The
states
goal
do
was
not work for
specifically
Punch Out.
beat Mike
You need
Tyson.
a more recent firmware update, and then save states can work. But
The
it's
only thing I
1, 3,
really
5,
remember
7,
about this
9,
game
2,
is
4,
like the
6,
Mike
8, 0.
Tyson.
Very easy to memorize because it's all the
And
odd
then
numbers
later,
and all the
when
numbers
the people who
at
made
the
Punch
end.
Out lost
And once
the
you put in the last
trademark
number,
to Mike
you pull down
Tyson, they had to
select
replace
and
him
press
with
A and B at the same
Mr.
time.
Dream or something like that.
You're gonna have to practice this.
I am gonna have to practice this. Go back.
It's not as hard
Mr.
as
Dream
like
really
makes
does
it.
It's
sound like
not.
something you
I
just
think
throw
I
in at the
actually
last
made a
minute.
save state to do it. Yeah, just type in the password. That's the goal.
Alright, so
I think my save state is the.
Punch Out. I've
So
never
the
played it.
Underworld Circuit,
I mean, I
goes
definitely know the
from
game exists.
Bald Bull.
That's about it, though.
About halfway through, a little bit under halfway through. The thing about Another World Circuit that is different than the normal route is, for one, the boss order is different.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I voted in Castlevania 3,
Also, losing a
so
fight
if I, like, never showed up to
starts the
vote,
entire circuit over. So
then
game number 3 has
this
some
wouldn't have
risk.
happened.
So you're definitely going to want to learn the
Yeah, because I
buffer,
think, like,
practice
games number
these,
2 and 3 got the same
your
amount of
practice,
votes as
see what
CV3
happens
did.
when you're, not
And
confident
I voted for
about your
Castlevania 3,
mistakes.
so if I never, like, bothered,
As
like,
people
actually
choose,
submitting my
people make
votes,
mistakes on race day. It doesn't matter how good you are. How much
CV3
you
would have just
practice,
barely
you're
missed the
gonna
mark.
We're gonna see.
Let's
see
see
last
if I
password
can
in.
do it.
Someone start a timer.
Okay, I'm holding select and I'm pushing A and B. There we go. Finally. See, that's another
Wait, that
World
thing is
Circuit.
Bald Bull we have to fight?
GG.
We have
race
to
over.
beat that.
Yeah. So the very first fight is King Hippo, and to my knowledge, all of these
Okay, that's
fights
not
are
Bald
the
Bull.
same as the standard circuit. They're just in a different order. And for those of you who have ever seen me play Punch-Out, King Hippo is my least favorite fight because I can't do it. I always mess up. He opens
You have to
his
wait
mouth
for
and
him
I
to
can't even
basically
dodge.
just
Oh,
give you
God.
an opening
just
to
like
actually
that.
start hitting
Are
him.
you gonna bite me?
Is that what I'm seeing? You just have to like dodge the attacks,
We
and
gotta
then when there's
let,
an opening to
let-
like
let
attack
Hippo
back,
do
do
it.
so.
King Hippo.
Is it
Yeah,
that
but I
simple?
need some kind of redemption here. So there you go. Yeah, so the race is to be, or the
Okay,
the goal
Mario's
is to beat
gotta.
Bald
If
Bull,
that's
which is
Mario,
like-
that is. He's gotta count to 10, right?
You'll see him when you get to him.
It,
You're
you won't
fighting
miss him.
Yeah, it's like
Get
what? You
this
can't,
game
they
out
got.
here. I can't
If
keep
the
it.
fighter gets back up before 10, like the fight keeps
We're 3
going.
games in. We've got Castlevania 3, Ninja Gaiden 2, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So 3 entirely different types of games. Like even the 2 platformers play entirely differently.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden's
We're
way
continuing
more
that
fast
theme
paced than
here. Game
Castlevania.
Number 4.
Yeah, the pacing of both games is where like they just that sets them apart.
Dr. Mario. He doesn't have his PhD and he heals viruses with vitamins. The goal here is simple. Beat level 17 for Big 20.
17. How long is that gonna
We
take
could have edited
us?
this in earlier or later and got a
Level
What's
17
different goal?
only? Oh, I thought it
Yeah,
was like beat
17.
levels 1 through 17.
looks like this. You also have to play on chill music because that's the best.
Have to?
Start on 17, beat 17. That's correct.
Yep.
So it looks just like this. You can pick any speed you want. You can pick any music you want.
Play
And also,
only
if you've
level
never played
17,
Dr.
alright.
Mario, the speeds don't matter. So low is always going to be the best option, just because it doesn't change how fast they're actually going to be moving.
So
around.
you're telling me. Okay.
Oop, already
Okay, this
down.
probably won't be like
If
the
you press
quickest
down- once you
goal
press
in the
down,
Big
they,
20 then.
go the fastest speed possible.
I don't know, this looks like it
So,
still might
good
take
thing
more
about
time
level
than Al
17,
Unser
unlike
did in like the
19
previous
and
Big
20,
20.
You actually have you always have 4 slots at the top. So there's going to be 4 empty
Yeah,
slots.
honestly, Al Unser was about as close to a free goal as you're gonna get for a Big 20.
So the games so far are Castlevania 3,
Alright, so
Ninja
the
Gaiden
viruses
2,
always spawn in the
Complete
same order.
Act 5, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Another World Circuit, Defeat Bald Bull, and then Dr. Mario beat level 17. Which is a pretty strong start, I think. It's 4 entirely different types of games, and in some of the Big 20s, there really hasn't been that much time to gain or lose in the early games, like maybe 1 or 2. But in these first 4 games, there's really a lot of time that you can gain or lose. So
Probably not so much for me for
There's already a lot
Castlevania
of
3
stuff to
since I'm
practice
that
on the
familiar
game.
with
Pretty much.
just... I should be that comfortable with just about running
game number 5.
all of the Rescue
62 votes
X
this time.
character.
Broke out of the 58.
I should be comfortable
games
enough
are
just
gonna get more
handling just
popular
about
as
like
we
any
move
of those
forward.
case scenarios. Maybe even Grant.
Kirby.
Okay, rescue Grant, right? Not
Adventure.
like get out of the clock tower. Just rescuing Grant. That would probably
This is
take me
Kirby's
like less
Adventure.
than 6
If you
minutes
haven't
if all
played it,
goes
you should.
well.
It's cute. The goal for this game is going to be to beat World 2 from a new
Oh yes,
file.
Kirby.
And if you don't like this game, blame Prissy. He says he voted for this.
I voted for this too, to be honest.
So
I
there's a
mean,
couple things that
Kirby?
you guys should know about this game if you've never done a
my
speedrun
favorite
of it
character to
before.
play as in Smash.
The first is that when you stand next
And
to
then
him,
eventually
you
I
hold
figure
it
out
down
he's
and you press
like-
A to do a slide,
Well, especially in
and
Melee,
you
he's
kind of
literally like
slide
the
off and
bottom of
maintain,
bottom tier.
Full momentum.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, you're gonna have to practice that, I guess. I'm ultra casual in this game. But this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, so down
Like
A
basically
off
just
the
about
top of the
every
edge
matchup,
will,
if
give
you
you
play
a lot of
Kirby, is like a
momentum.
bad
So
matchup.
whenever you see a
I don't know, unless
edge
maybe
with
your
no
opponent's
ground
also
under
playing
it,
Kirby,
you can see you're
but
down A, and you can see how Lack
that's
kind
just
of
not gonna
launched
happen.
itself forward. So you can move very fast, even without powers. The next thing that you're gonna have to know is that if you get two enemies together, so you suck up two enemies at once and you press down, you're going to get the mix power. That is how the speedrun goes very, very fast. You use the mix power, and then you get powers like Tornado, which give you a lot of horizontal or vertical movement, and you use that
To just fly
get through
across
enemies
levels?
and through stages. Now, this can make this game pretty risky because you have to time the mix power, and if you miss the timing, you're going to get the wrong power, and then you have to do it just normal. So there's going to be there's going to be a lot of people who practice getting the Tornado in stage 1 right at the start, and then they're going to miss it on race day, and they're just going to have to do it normal. So highly suggest play both ways. Play through normal, and then play through with mixed, because it may be that on race day, you practice only Tornado, and suddenly you have to do it normal.
Okay, this is already just sounding like Adventure Island 3, and if like one thing goes wrong, next thing you know, like everything you planned for just suddenly goes out the window and you gotta play like
Game.
something you might not have practiced.
Define UFO glitch, Kapow.
Yeah, like not too like far into
It was
Adventure
just
Island
World
3,
2.
you can get a pterodactyl, but
We didn't replace
if things
any
don't go
restrictions
according to
on
plan,
that,
if you
right?
lose that pterodactyl, you get hit just once and have like no
Can't
crystal
think
block to
of
hit.
this.
You gotta go without him. You gotta like improvise if you haven't practiced without him. So I see.
For now,
I
it's
see.
just
I understand.
beat World 2, and if anything has to change with that, that'll be discussed later. Beat World
As
2.
of now, everything's on the table.
Yeah, as of now. We did go over that though. We
Yeah.
poured over a lot of these goals for a while. So all right, game. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, game number 6. You would be surprised how much we discussed some of these goals. Like, they look very obvious sometimes, very simple. Dr. Mario was decided this week, and we discussed it the
Yeah.
entire time. Like,
It
Apollo was
was.
like, how about level 17 for Big 20 number 17? We're like, perfect.
Done.
What about
Yeah,
17
it took a long
specifically that
time.
made them choose it?
Kirby was less discussed as far as like. All right, game number 6.
Contra 2 or something? Wait, did
Super
Contra ever have a
C.
sequel? Oh, this is a
Super
Contra
C is
sequel,
correct.
isn't it?
And the goal is going to be to beat Area 5. This is that floating skull boss, and it's right before the second top-down stage. With the
This
mount.
was a sequel to
We're not
Contra,
doing the mount
right?
stage.
Not to be confused with the
Now,
grocery
the,
store
the
chain.
Super C code, the extra lives code, is right, left, down, up, A, B, start, and it is allowed during the race. It is also allowed during the mini race. You guys can put
Just
that in.
like...
Right, left, down, up, A, B, start.
Ah, just like
Not the canonical
Contra.
code.
Yeah, I
Even
figured-
though I didn't
I
like
learned
bother
that when I
using the
was trying
lives
to put the
code, if
code
I'm
in.
dying that many times, I'm probably not going to be going very fast
the
anyways.
hardest part of these games is doing things before the game starts, like putting passwords, codes, anything like that.
Okay, so do you want to just keep spread going the whole way through?
There you go. Game over.
If you never played Super Speed, it's a lot of fun. Way better than Contra. But it was one of my favorite games growing up. My brothers and I played it all the time, so I'm really happy to see it in the Big 20.
That was a fast quarter. Yes, it was.
Moving on to game number 7.
I'll just make the screen bigger. Chippendale? First one or second one?
Shocker, says Rayo. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Game
Oh, I get to play this again. Rocket ship
70,
percent.
I believe.
That's too many.
I have to play this again now, okay?
Too many people wanted this game to play. Chip. Chip is the only answer.
Oh, this is the one with the RNG lock, isn't it?
And for those of you keeping track, Chip has been the winning
Dale is the answer, come at me.
every Big 20 Chip and Dale has been in. So for all you Dale fans, step up. The goal for this is rocket ship percent. You just got to beat stage G, or zone G.
Okay.
And
There was like, I think 3 zones after you take the rocket ship.
You're good. You
So
don't
it's
go
not
with
like
the
a full,
rocket
it's
ship.
not even the full game.
Past the bonus stage, you would see your rocket ship.
The full game wasn't even that long anyways. I was doing it about like 12-13 minutes.
Supposed to damage boost there.
World record is under 10 if I recall correctly.
The team looks disappointed. Just the rocket ship. Just the rocket ship. It's only game number 7. We've got a lot of games.
And you don't have to do like Zone B, right? Or
Only so
Zone
much
A.
time. And if we were going to add time to one of these
It's
games,
not
we're
like
gonna
all
super
the zones before the rocket ship, just the quickest ones. Yeah, I think there was like a Zone A I never played on this. I always just did like I think Zone B or something, because I just followed like the
And
shortest
this is,
route
the
to beat the
18%
game.
route, so you don't have
You
to
didn't
do
have to play
these
all the
things. You
zones.
just take the fastest route.
Fastest route, okay.
Fastest route.
Don't have to do all the
the
zones.
The stages to beat zone B.
So everything I did in Big 20 number 15, except for the last 3 zones, I gotta just do again. I tricked you,
We
Rescue.
unfortunately don't get the Zone J music, I think it is. The last stage music. The best part about any percent. Don't get it on
Yeah.
rocket percent.
Not the game, just the music.
And yeah, this game has the
Game
RNG
number
lock,
8.
so you can just
We are turning up the
force
heat now.
it so that every like
Yes, we
enemy
are.
will just do the exact same thing every
It's gonna
time
be-
if
it's
you
gonna be
make the
fun.
exact same moves. Could just easily force it so the game plays out the same way just about every time, aside from like your own like inputs.
Mega Man 3.
Mega Man 3. I've never played that
The
one.
best. This is another childhood game of mine. Fun fact about Overstorm's
Buster
childhood.
only 4
He
robos.
had late kindergarten, so he went halfway through the day, which means I woke up with my brother to get ready for school, and then he got on the bus to go to school, and I stayed home and I played Mega Man 3, and I beat it every day that I could, waiting for the bus to pick me up to go to kindergarten.
So
Technically my first
Snail
3
Man,
months.
Neon Man, Magnesium Man, and
We are doing a
Shell
password
Man?
start.
What's the password do?
The
Okay,
password
probably
gives
not
4
Magnesium
stages
Man.
and gives you 2 E-Tanks. Your goal is to beat these 4 Robomasters: Snake Man, Needle Man, Magnet Man, and Shadow Man.
Okay,
Buster only.
so the default weapon.
Buster only. Yeah, there's no Gemini. That was a discussion. There's no Gemini, and there are no.
So this,
situations where
right?
You are allowed to use Rush. You cannot use weapons in stages. This is Buster only. You cannot use Rush Toy. You can't use Rush Jet. You can't use Rush Marine. You can use Buster, and you can use E-Tanks. Now, if you've never played Buster only before, it's very doable.
Probably.
Especially when you have 2 E-Tanks.
Oh, how nice of you.
Yeah, there are plenty of health drops in Snake Man stage. They're littered all over. It is a category on the
Oh,
Mega
yeah, I
Man
see some.
leaderboard, Buster only. You can see there's lots of extra health pickups that you can get in Snake Man stage. You can do it. You got it.
I got it, yeah.
Can do it.
I hate these guys, these pogo dudes. I was playing the game casually, and I'm like, how are you supposed to get past them? So I need to watch
You
the
do a little
speedrun
short
videos.
hop in front of them, and then you slide under them. These are like delay a little bit, and you can slide when they start to jump. But bosses can be beaten in any order. It's Buster only. You cannot use weapons. You cannot use rush items. To our knowledge, there are no situations where you can be stuck and have to use a rush item. If you find one, let us know. But to our knowledge, you can do all of these without using anything but Buster. You can use the E-Tanks, yes. We provide you with 2 at the start.
Here's one now. I don't know how to get out.
For goals like this, you may wonder, what happens if I get too excited and then I use Gemini Man's power?
By accident?
Failure to use Buster only results in a penalty to your final time. Switching to a weapon and switching back without damaging an enemy or some other benefit does not give you a penalty. So don't worry too much about that if you miss minions or you tank.
Rip.
Oh,
Good time to stop.
yeah.
Mega Man 3 is not my forte.
Yeah, Forte is in a later Mega Man.
That's a later Mega Man. Haha.
Jokes, we got them.
Got jokes.
Move on to game number 9.
This also had 72 votes. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, so the first Contra, right?
Contra.
Hmm.
It is actual
Yeah.
Contra. The other Contra.
The other
Wow, 2 Contras. Yes. And so
low
we
percent
are,
beat stage 5?
We were aware that there could be duplicate games, and we were fine to a certain extent. And 2 games, that was fine. But this is going to be low percent beat stage 5, which means no spread, no R pickup, no machine gun. If you pick up an item, you just take it at. The Konami code is allowed. And
I might
same
need it
rules
this
apply.
time around.
We will give you a penalty to your time that will be longer than anything that you're going to gain by using a weapon. So just don't use the weapons. And if you accidentally pick one up, or you pick up like a B invincibility, just wait and kill yourself, or jump down a hole.
Let's be honest, everyone was doing low percent anyway with slight pickups of weapons, so I wouldn't get too worried about this one.
I did not know you could jump over that gun like that. I just learned.
I didn't
Well, if I
either.
could go with
I
30
always killed
lives,
it
I wouldn't be too
before,
worried.
before it got there, so. Does this thing even kill you? Oh, maybe it doesn't hurt you.
It doesn't hurt you?
Does it? I wonder if the other one does.
Yeah, no R.
Oh. Do you know you can do...
I
Did
did
anyone
not.
know
Me
that?
neither.
We are learning new things.
Ah,
So this is going to be to beat the snowfield.
I haven't even beaten the snowfield in the first place, even with all
less
the
smashing than with spread. Like it really is.
even
there's
with
definitely
all the like the
places that have
weapons.
more, but it's far less than using the spread throughout the entire run and keeping the rhythm.
Oh, this I definitely remember.
But it's low percent beat stage 5. So the main thing is just going to be don't accidentally pick up an item. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how much different the bases feel. They're a little bit easier. Other stages a little bit harder. This is low percent beat stage 5.
Easier.
So you got
Not
2
the spread gun?
kind of
What are
low
you going
percent.
on
You got
about?
Buster only and low percent back to back. And we're moving on to game number 10. Yeah, if you pick something up, just jump down a hole or run into a bullet.
Game 10.
It is Tetris, and you guessed it right. Andy. Or Anda. He's been the first several times. Very fast. I voted for this, says Sean.
Got a
Tetris.
surprise
That
for
looks
you,
like Tetris, alright.
though.
Yeah,
It's not A.
B-type.
It's
B
B-type.
type 0 through 5. This is another one that took us forever to figure out. We argued about this so much. Like
This was the most argued about goal. We
This
say
is
argued, we
my
mean...
favorite goal.
Is B-Tap any
This
good?
is a great goal. So the B-type difference is that you have to get 25 lines to beat the level. And also the height gives you some garbage on the screen to start. 0 is 0, no garbage. It's just an empty screen. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all have more garbage on the screen, which you can clear.
I get it.
Let's show it off. So, and you can pick any level for this you want. So you can pick level 0, level 9, 19 if you want to show off. But there's actually a disadvantage from choosing a higher level because
Pieces fall faster.
There's a countdown of score at the end. So you'll see that, but do whatever you're comfortable with. So you could do 0. So the goal is to get 25 lines.
Heights
5 times or
over
something.
10 have a slightly longer cutscene after completing the height. So the fastest time, or the fastest speed without a penalty for the score countdown is going to be height 10, which is holding A on level 0. Now, you can use any speed you want. You cannot reset to skip a cutscene, but you can reset if you accidentally pick the wrong height or level. So if you start a level, you can hit the reset button, and then just go back through again. But you are not allowed to reset during a cutscene.
Yeah,
That's
and
safe.
I voted for this goal mostly because there are checkpoints built into this. So if you beat one, like you can die on a. I don't think I want to put it there. You can die, like if you die on high 2, then you've already beaten 1 and 2, or 0 and 1, and you just have to start over on 2.
Yeah,
So
the goal is just to beat heights 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're beating all of the B-type heights. And as long as you beat it, you're good. Which means if you die, it doesn't matter. You're not starting over from the beginning. You just start from your checkpoint. So if you beat height 0, 1, and 2, and then you die on 3, you just try 3 again. Yeah, do them in order.
Also, you do it.
here's the cutscene. So you have to sit through this, and then you push start once the score counts down. Push start again, and then A switches over to height, and you can pick the next one. We didn't discuss if you have to do them all in order. I guess you probably should.
I'm just going to say do them all in
I
order.
will.
Yeah, 0 through 5 in order.
Likely.
So
It's
And then-
easier.
this way, I've completed level 3. I can move on to level 4, and if I die in level 4, I don't go back to 0 lines. Like we had that 100-line goal before, or 50-line, or whatever it was, and if you died, that was it. You had to do it again. So this one, 25 lines. Here's a peek at level 5 or height 5. So it's definitely higher. But with 0 speed, I think it's manageable.
Yeah, it looks it already to me.
All right.
I
This
picked,
would
I
be-
picked Type C music for Zarnax, so I hope he appreciated that. Even though I don't like
This
it.
is where there's going to be a 2-minute break.
Instead
and
of a
something
30-second
important
break.
is that we actually moved a game that had less votes farther ahead, and that's this next game.
To put in a password or something.
And this next game had 71 votes, while Tetris had 74.
It has a long password screen or
Contra
something
Mega
like
Man 3
that,
had
doesn't it?
72. This one had 71 votes.
Alright,
Then again, I don't
11.
think too many people liked Kid Icarus from Big 20 number 15, so it's probably not going to be that. Speaking of the password
Before
screen,
the music came up.
Metroid,
That's skill right there. That is skill.
Turian
Mario,
password
update
starts.
your spreadsheet. Metroid count +1.
That's right.
Yeah, speaking of the password screen.
This is the very first ROM hack that we're adding into the game. And some of you may be terrified by that, but this is not a huge change to Metroid. This is a password start. And Life's going to put this in, but this is the first ROM hack that we're adding in. And what this ROM hack does
What the change
is
does
it starts
is...
you in Torian with 6 E-Tanks, 3
Oh.
of them full, several missiles, and several upgrades already. So normally you always start with like 30 health and a bunch of empty E-Tanks. And that's kind of
And
lame,
Brinstar.
because
30
if you
energy.
die, you
No
have
matter,
to sit there
like,
and farm
How many
like,
tanks you
forever to fill
have?
up your health. And if you do a password start, you still start with 30 health. And so I went into the hex code and I changed that. So now you're going to start with 3 full E-tanks.
I save stated the password in so I didn't have to type it. Because we know my skill with passwords.
And you can't do that during the race. You're going to have to type it in, but you have 2 minutes to do it.
2 minutes
This
to type
isn't the
that
race,
in.
so I can cheat.
Yeah, messing with the hex code for this game.
So this is going to be a
enjoyable.
short...
Already got grabbed.
This is going to be a
So
short,
if you
like,
get grabbed by
run
a
starting from
Metroid,
here,
which,
isn't it?
Lack Attack is showing everyone how to
Demonstrating.
get out of it. You gotta hit him with the bomb.
Yeah, this should be pretty
And then they
quick
get
if we're
off
starting
the-
in Torian. And if I'm not mistaken, you can just
Yeah,
kind of like run past the
number-
Metroids, can't you?
A number of
If I-
power-ups, so...
Yeah. If I had time, Songbird, I would have, but I didn't have time to figure out how.
Or if you want more missiles.
So the goal for this is going to be beat the game. So you're going to beat Mother Brain, and you're going to do Escape.
Maybe you have to have
Um,
enough missiles, I don't
If
know.
you've not played the end game of this, the missile drops and health drops from Metroids are far more than what you would normally expect. So if you see a missile, you can see his missiles just increased by a bunch. If you get a health drop, it increases your health by 30. And right before the final hallway, before the Mother Brain's room, there's the door that you enter. You can just exit back to the previous room, and there's 2 Metroids. It's at the bottom of this room. You can just enter this room, and you can constantly farm 2 Metroids. So if you're worried about the amount of health you have, if you're worried about the amount of missiles you have, you can just constantly re-enter this room and farm those Metroids. And it's very easy to freeze them both in the same place and kill both of them with 5 missiles. Yeah, no long beam. Yeah, so these 2, you can kill them like that. And if you re-enter this room, you can set that up over and over and over again.
Oh, here.
So this is a safety for you.
No drop.
Yeah.
It's good.
And that'll happen.
Alright, so we need like health and
one-
missiles, and
one
that's about
tip
it.
is if you only need 1 drop, make sure to not kill the Metroids with the same missile. That way you get 2 chances to get that 1 drop you need.
So already you can see you've got plenty of decisions here. You do have plenty of missiles to go through and beat the game. If you're good at the Mother Brain room, you've got enough health to do it without getting any extra health. But
If you're good enough.
I don't know how you walk through that Metroid.
I don't either. Metroid is not my
We'll see.
my forte, so...
Only time will tell.
I'll show chat what I'm dealing with here.
Yeah,
in terms of
still
skill,
definitely
so
looking
not
forward to
much.
this.
Have you never seen?
Can't you just freeze the Rinka and stand on it to just not have to jump and shoot at the Ziba type thing?
Here, like most people. I want that missile. It's only 2 missiles though.
Yeah, the spaghetti
Unfortunately.
only give 2.
Or you just stand
Now
on the
there are
blue
some tricks that you
platform
can
too.
do to make this room easier. One of the things you can
Potentially.
do is you can turn into a ball and you can roll off, and then you can jump out of your demorph. So you can see how Lack just kind of made it to that blue platform. So there's lots of movement tech that you get to bring in. There's lots of positioning. You can freeze the SpaghettiOs and they won't respawn. If they make a drop when you kill them and you do not pick up the drop, they won't respawn until the drop despawns. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. This is just the boss fight. You gotta go put in the password, and then you've got to go defeat the Mother Brain.
Freeze.
Yeah, I gotta be quick on this.
I forget how many missiles
Oh,
you need.
you cannot.
For,
Can you not
the
crash?
actual Mother Brain? Is it 75
75.
for the whole room?
I thought I heard 73, but that might have been some other number. But you do
I'm
have
gonna
high
round up
jump.
75.
High jump.
Yeah,
You need at least 75.
I think
the
I
whole
used to go in with 80 missiles as my minimum, so it's probably around 75 or something.
I would just stand here. I
Something
tried to
like
stand there and
Oh,
open
man,
fire.
This is...
Yeah, so as you can see, this is something to practice. Like, it's a short goal, but it is very impactful. And that's one of the things that we looked at when we were creating these goals, is how impactful it is. It's not just length, it's how much of an impact can this have on the race. If you take a death, if you game over, how difficult is it to learn? There's a lot of different factors that go into how we pick these goals.
Oh, I'm dead. I wasn't checking my health at all. So
When you're checking your health, I
Yeah.
was doing a better job
You
at
gotta get rid of
that.
Mother Brain.
Rip.
Moving on, game number 12. Also, if you die and you press start, your missiles don't refill, but you do get the 3 full E-tanks.
Oh no, you do the escape. You beat the boss and
Yeah.
you get to the end. Oh yeah, I didn't get the escape
Yeah.
sequence. That is correct. I did not. Okay, game number 12. I'm just like double, triple checking that I'm doing the right thing. So with the because I'm doing the layout too, so there's a lot going on.
Let's see guesses for game number 12.
Yeah, let's just guess before the music. Probably
Before the
easier.
music?
Or definitely harder. Here we go. This had how many votes? 74 votes. So this is the same as Tetris.
Hurdles. TMNT. And it's another ROM hack. Again, we went into the hex code. This is the race edition and the prototype Famicom version combined. So if you hold A on the start screen and you press start,
I can do that.
I've never played
you
this
gotta hold
one.
A the entire time. You get a
Another
stage
reason.
select screen. This is on the prototype Famicom version. And so I turned the prototype Famicom version into the race edition. So the Technodrome is always going to be in the good spot, but we're going to be starting on stage 4, and the goal is going to be to beat the Technodrome. So as long as you do the stage select and you start on the screen, then you just have to beat the Technodrome. And if you do not die, it's going to be in the best position. If you die, then it's going to be in the worst position. So you need to memorize where those are. The best position is in the top right, and there's an image in the goals document that you'll see what it looks like. And the worst one is in the bottom left. It's the farthest away, and that's what you get if you take a game over. So don't take a game over unless you want it in the worst position, or you need to get all your turtles back because you lost them on the way.
What? I think I jumped over the.
You
the
don't
trigger
jump down there, then?
Don't do that.
You did. He was going for rope skip. Didn't quite get it.
I had never jumped there before. I don't know why I jumped there now. That's enough.
Yep. Let's move on to game number 2. We gotta move forward. We got a mini race going on.
We do. All right, that was fun.
But that's good to know though. So no one
Yeah.
else though.
See,
I didn't know you
I'm
could do
doing
that.
this for you. I'm doing this for the racers.
How many votes did this game get?
76. As somebody
76.
asked the question, why did we move games ahead and behind and stuff? Metroid, because of the password entry,
screen.
we moved ahead, so that you could get the 2-minute break there. That's the only reason. All right, game 13, 76 votes. So getting pretty close up here.
Yeah.
Ninja Gaiden, the first one.
Ninja Gaiden.
I
1.
had a feeling it was coming. Had a feeling this was coming.
Why am I not surprised?
Even
You
more
shouldn't be
popular than the
surprised.
second Ninja Gaiden,
This
so
was
I
the
had a
number
feeling this
one
was
voted
coming.
game in Big 20 number 13.
Beat Bloody
And
Mouth.
of
Was
course,
not this time.
It was not this time. Game number 13. So Ninja Gaiden
So I
players.
still don't have to worry about Act 6. If I don't want to, like...
The
Okay.
goal for this is going to be beat Act 5, just like Ninja Gaiden 2. You're going to be defeating Malth.
FF Spin Slash
So no
on
Jackie,
an
no
Impo,
Demon.
that's just a free kill.
Just.
Yeah, makes the game a lot easier.
It
Alright,
doesn't have a
so the
bunch of
first
games
4
for
acts
the
and
same
then
thing,
Act 5 on
just
top
two.
of that. I have to de-rust Act 5 too now, it looks like.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, standard Ninja Gaiden.
You made it through
Standard Ninja Gaiden. Beat Act 5, starting from the beginning.
Or they
Arcus
seem to
is
be
like-
following me.
Just taking sips. Like, this
Who's
looks
there?
great. It's like the Arcathlon, number 6.
That was a good.
Just a slut. Get out of here. I will, but first. Fuck!
This Big 20 will be controversial, they say. If something's going to be controversial, it's going to be this next game. Actually, the next 2 games, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Kudos to anyone who gets the
This
reference.
is really fun. I'm really excited about this one.
I played that
Actually,
ROM hack
like,
back on my
all the
channel
rest
in like
of- well,
2016 or
Maybe
something.
not one goal, but all the rest of the goals I'm really excited about. So, here we go. Game number 14 that had 77 votes.
Zelda 2. But how much of Zelda 2 and we start from where?
Zelda 2.
And we're doing what category?
What are we doing?
We are doing Beat the Game.
Beat the game? What?
Beat the game.
Starting from
amazing.
You're
where?
allowed to do any out-of-bound tricks, no glitch town or ferrying, like HUD fairy warp, fairy feet, healer glitch, none of that. So we're going to do Beat the Game.
Except
And you may notice, what's your levels there?
very, very, high.
Very high.
And I
Very
have
high.
everything.
This is another ROM hack. I went into the hex code.
Start with everything,
and
though?
You start off with all of the items. You start off with all of the spells. You're level 877, and the experience is modified. So you only need 2,000 to either get a 1-up, which is choosing attack again, or upgrading your magic or health to level 8. You have all of the heart tanks and magic tanks. Do not get another container, because then it overflows and you go down to 1. So unless you want to like be super swag, don't do it.
So,
You start off.
do you
Oh,
think
so
I'm
the
going to get the
containers are still
encounter
in
here?
the
Press
game,
1 if I'm going
but-
to get the encounter in chat. Press 1. Alright, here we go. Ah, I got the encounter.
At least it's a half encounter.
Yep.
Sorry, continue.
Beat the
Oh,
game.
so you do have everything. Like
So
we-
basically do
we
Great
wanted
Palace,
to-
right?
Because Zelda 2 is such a hard game to do in this situation because you start with nothing, you have to do Palace 1, you have to get to at least get Palace 2, the glove, you have to get the hammer to like do anything like game.
The only glitch I really
We
know
really
how to
wanted
do
to showcase something
effectively.
later. We thought about Palace 5 or 6 or a combination, and we just decided to go with beating the game. But we did want to kind of stay true to the all keys speedrun.
You just go
So
directly to
that's
the
why
last
the
boss.
levels were chosen. Also in the all keys
and
speedrun,
Thunderbird
the
dies in
route,
like what, 8 hits or something?
with the level ups, usually you like keep some experience from Great Palace or from Palace 6. So to fix that, we changed all
Down
the
stab or
level
up
ups
stab?
to be
Okay, you do start with the
2000.
down stab and up stab,
get-
right?
You could do attack 9, or you could do magic 8 or life 8 if you wanted to.
And you've already got all of the crystals set.
I'm gonna guess
Yes.
no to fairy
Once you get
feet.
into the Great Palace, you're in there.
Yeah. So get to the Great Palace, beat the Great Palace. That's the goal. And you get to start. We are also allowing up A in this. So once you get to Great Palace,
Up A.
if you've died or have low health or anything,
Or low
you
lives.
can up A and you will get 3 lives and full health and magic. And it costs about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So
It's a really easy safety that you can add in. Like, I'm going to do it.
So, and you have all the items too. You can see on the bottom you have everything.
Yeah. That's 3 ROM hacks so far, and I hope it kind of exemplifies what we think of when we think of ROM hacks, especially for these like classic games. Like, we're not looking to always like put our own spin on stuff. We just want to see more of the game. We want to give unique goals. We want to give these games like a time to shine, because like Zelda 2, it's kind of fallen flat like in Big 20s in the past, despite how popular the game it is, because you're forced to do like Dark Hammer or beat Horsehead or get the candle or stuff like that. And so being able to move all the way to the other end, you're actually going to see the end of Zelda 2 in a Big 20, and it's not going
Instead
to
of
be
the beginning.
like, over an hour goal. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and then the 877 is there, so you have a choice. You can choose magic to give yourself more magic casts, or choose life to allow you to take more hits.
A
So
little
magic,
bit
you would
more
be able to cast
damage,
the
right?
spell on the Thunderbird.
And
Fight,
attack 9 instead, you
um,
just get an extra life.
And, also maybe use shield a couple more times, but you do have to stop to kill enemies. You do also get 1,000 experience from Thunderbird, so if you build up to that, you can get a life refill for Dark Link. If
You can
wanted
just
to.
corner corner kill Dark Link.
The
though,
level
can't
up
you?
is there. People can get it if they want to. That's why we made it that option. You do not have to.
And all the 1-ups are still there.
Yeah, you
so,
can go pick them up.
You don't need to, before the Final Palace, but in the Final Palace there is a 1-up that you can get as well if you want a Death Warp to refill.
Yep.
All right, game number 15. This had the same number of votes, I believe.
Yeah, 6 games left, so some obvious ones missing, maybe.
I see some Skull and Crossbones guesses. We're not at game number 20 yet.
Oh, yeah, 6 games left. SMB2.
SMB2.
Or Doki
And
Doki
now,
Panic, as it might otherwise be
used
known
this
as.
before, and we told you guys
Mario
that,
only or something.
like in the previous Big 20, it was 80% one character only, and we noticed
Mario?
no one picked Mario, so we didn't
I
explain
can't be
it very
Luigi!
well.
Oh,
So
come
this
on.
time, to just fix our mistake,
Why can't I be
it's 80%
Luigi?
Mario only, so everyone's going to be playing Mario.
That's right. It's all your fault because
Any
if
percent
someone would've
Mario
picked Mario,
only.
we probably wouldn't have done this goal. So.
Yeah, so if you're worried, like, oh, somebody already knows Mario 2.
Okay, I'm
no, they
gonna have
don't.
to remember there's a 1-up there.
Not like this.
No, they don't. So you can see some of the really cool tricks Mario can do.
What can Mario do?
Or maybe it's different. I haven't been able to time it with Mario, so my 2 playthroughs.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one you can do with Mario.
Yeah,
This is gonna
I'm
be
sure you
funny.
can do it. I think the timing may just be a little different. So
Now, this is a submittable goal on SRC. We've got a couple of submittable goals in this, and a lot of them are very close to submittable goals. So, like, if you're doing Chippendale Rocket Ship, there's only 3 stages left. So after the Big 20, do the rest of the stages. Mega Man 3 Buster only, 4 Robos. It's like a quarter of the game through. Contra, low percent's a category. Super C, beat Area 5, that's over halfway through the game. Ninja Gaiden 2, complete Act 5, over
I'm pretty sure I
halfway
can
through
still,
the
like,
game. Mike
I'll
Tyson's
figure it
Punch-Out!,
out,
Another
though,
World
still.
Circuit,
I'll figure
all
this
gold.
out.
That's like about halfway through, and that is a category.
I'll figure it
So you're
out.
really close to submitting a lot of these, but any percent Mario only is an actual category in SRC, so it's a full game you get to submit. Moving on to game number 16.
79 votes, so 2 more than game number 15.
SMB
You know how
1's
important
gonna
voting
be
is
within
in
these
this?
final
Because,
6.
I mean,
I
that's
just
so
know
close. Like,
No,
could have
final
gotten a
5.
completely different category for some of these. So here we go.
My man! The first Castlevania! My man!
Castlevania 1. She's Charcor says CV1 ROM hack.
Any
And I say,
percent.
You wish. We have done-
you wish.
We have
About
done
12 minutes.
Castlevania 1 several times in the Big 20.
About
And
12
there have
minutes,
been
if
several
this
goals
is any
for it.
percent.
We've seen the Mummies, we've seen Frankenstein, we've seen Beat Death. This is now full any percent. We are defeating the Dark Lord Dracula himself. Full
So about
any
12
percent.
minutes.
Screen scrolling is allowed.
If I know how to do it, which I still don't.
Full gambit here.
If you want to try it in the race, go for it. Several of us practiced it, and we got pretty good at it for the previous Big 20 this is in. And
This
This might
This
take
was
me
out of
about
race.
12 minutes.
this was in number 2.
Yeah,
Big
you want
20
the
number
watch
2.
drop here, ideally. That's nice to have. And you want the bat boost,
I
but
don't think that's gonna work. Yeah,
that's
I'm
too
bad
low.
at this. I couldn't do it earlier, so
too low, the bat.
yeah.
Uh,
And if anyone was worried that we're practicing the games,
yes,
you can-
clearly,
we're not.
clearly, I'm not.
we're
No,
spending more
you
time
practice the
arguing
games
about
after
Tetris
the
and
list
Dr.
comes
Mario than
out.
anything else.
We did think about doing the Japanese version of this,
Mm-hmm.
but decided against it ultimately.
Yeah, we were
This game is tough.
we were very strongly considering
Yeah.
the easy percent from Famicom, but we decided to go with any percent. We felt it was time, and also if you've never
First time they're
played
making you run the
80%,
full
it's kinda
game
like
in a
an
Big 20.
auto-scroller.
Yeah, seemed a little boring.
And we figured for game number 17 with this many votes, like, it needs to be more impactful. Like a casual run that I did was just like 2 minutes off like the world record, and I'm bad at Castlevania, so
Yeah, we
I'm
didn't
about a
really
minute
want
and
the
a half
auto-scroller
off the world
at the
record.
end of the Big 20 one. Supposed to be a
Expecting to
little more
finish about a minute and a half off the world record.
Oh, this is here. I forgot about that. No crit today.
Yeah, for those of you,
Get
playing the home
schooled,
game
son.
here,
Go back and learn your
You're looking at all
math
these
skills.
you might notice that this Big 20, it's a little bit different than some of the other
Thanks,
Big 20s.
Rico,
A lot of
for
the
getting that
previous
stuck in
ones
my
kind of
head.
ramp up,
Need to go
and
back
with
to
how
school.
close the votes are,
Learn your
we
math
couldn't really
skills.
justify making like the later games so much more
You got
impactful in the
school,
early games.
son.
There's a lot of time to save in just about every goal in this entire run so far.
All right, 4 games left. 81 votes for this one, and then there's a pretty big disparity between the top 3.
Mario 3, Mario 1, and 2 other games.
Looked easy.
Everyone's saying
I don't know,
DuckTales.
why are we selecting easy? This is on difficult, right?
$8 million total money. How?
Nah, it is on
It is
easy.
DuckTales.
You have to play the game
Yeah.
multiple times?
Quick, mute it so we don't get the DMCA.
Oh yeah, we're definitely muted now.
The goal
But
going
this
to
is
be
a way different goal, and how is it different?
This is going to be to get $8 million in total money. So this is kind of like the best ending route, but a little bit different. Now, when
So
we
no
say
moon skip
total
then,
money,
otherwise it's
see
not
at the
possible.
top left where it shows his current money, and then in the top middle it says total. That total has to say 8 million, either on a stage or in the stage countdown. And so your money does not go to your total money until you beat a stage, which means you're always going to be ending on a stage completion. Yeah, Twitch payout percent.
Oh, okay.
So there are hidden treasures. You can see the one on the moon, and he's just going to death work back to the beginning here.
And then do the moon skip? Or
Yeah,
something?
it's a little scary. You can run out of lives in this.
You did do a small hack for this as well, right?
Yeah, this is another ROM hack, technically. I went through and I removed the select uses money to heal. It's just been removed entirely. You can do, in the standard DuckTales, you can press select and use $3 million to fill up your health. It's a great safety on the final boss.
That's still
We
gonna be
did
there.
not want someone to accidentally press select and, then
And
have
lose
to
their
start
money.
over or have to deal with it. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know it's a thing. And so we just had to figure out how it works, go through the hex code, and then turn it off.
I gotta fight this moon rat again.
It does feel
Deal with that
weird,
moon
Yelver,
rat.
but it's all for the greater good.
I'm so bad at this game. There you go. $8 million. But yeah,
so you can
best
see-
ending. The other endings have like is either too much or it has like bad ending. You have to do it perfectly, and we just felt like this was a good compromise and something different that you would, you're not going to see in like any percent. So you're going to go out of the way a little bit. So looking
And
for
given
something
the-
different.
Given the number of stages and the number of treasures you can get, you are going to have to go around and get extra treasure from treasure boxes or from enemy drops. And so there's going to be some routing to be done.
Yeah,
And
I
so-
think there's 5 million from the stages and 2 million from big chests. So the final million you just have to route some other way.
All right, there's 3 games left. I want to see 3 votes, or I want to see 3 guesses from everybody in chat in order.
SMB
of what
1,
you think
SMB
game number
3.
18, 19, and 20 are going to be.
In order. Right, chat just says lawnmower, lawnmower,
Let's see, Super
lawnmower.
Mario Brothers 1, Lost Levels in 3, Zelda 1,
Yeah,
Batman,
given just
SMB
how
3,
many
Batman,
votes,
Zelda 1,
like,
SMB 3, Zelda 3 times.
These final 3 games need, I think,
SMB 3,
lawnmowers
Zelda
off
1,
the
Bad
table.
Street Brawlers.
And Woods. And Space Skulls.
I haven't heard it.
Buzzy, hi by the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
what is
chat's broken,
that
and I'm
now?
really hoping this is not a permanent thing.
All right, last 3. This one had 91 votes. 91, so way up there. How many votes do we have total?
A lot.
A lot.
So when it comes to the goals
Hundreds.
on this list
Thousands.
so far, Contra, like low
Just kidding.
percent, has me still honestly
There you go.
nervous. Contra has me a little afraid still, not gonna lie. Mega Man 2.
Mega Man 2. Actually, wait, no, correction. Rockman 2.
So you have to play on difficult.
Rockman 2.
Yeah, we're going to be using the Famicom version for this. So when we send the ROM pack out, it's just going to be the Famicom version that has faster text for getting the items. Because this is going to be on difficult, which is the only difficulty on Rockman 2.
It has to be on
Time will
difficult.
start on pressing start on the title screen, and the time stops when Dr. Wily's ship first opens during the cutscene after defeating the 8th Robot Master. Because this is any percent. Zips are allowed.
So instead of starting from Wily
Blockbuster
1,
only.
it's
Mega Man 3
the
is
rest of the
Blockbuster
game.
only. Mega Man
It's
2
everything
is just
before that point.
difficult with zips.
Yeah, use anything you want.
Yeah, time to learn Goodwood, everybody.
That's not that bad. Oops.
Yeah, Goodwood's not that hard. It's just scary and funny to look at.
What's the what's everybody's favorite Robot Master music in Mega Man 2?
Oof.
That's a tough choice.
Now that I'm older, I have to say Crash. When I was younger, it was Quick Man.
Yeah,
Crash is just funky.
mine's
I think-
Bubble Man. I'm partial to Bubble Man. So that's bad.
I think Crash Man's in D sharp, and it's the only one that is. Everyone else is in the same key. They use like minor keys for all the other ones, and use like G sharp major or something. Quick Man, Christine.
I see the true gamers in chat choosing Bubble. Yeah,
Bubble
I'm
Man's
dead
the
here,
first,
maybe.
That was the first video game.
I'd probably be dead here, most likely.
Bubble Man solo. It was the coolest thing for middle school.
I don't even think I would have gotten that far with that little health.
One more
Flash
chance.
Flash Man, beginning lack of that.
Yeah, I actually thought one hit was gonna kill me. That's why I kind of stopped, but it's less.
Yeah, so these boss fights, there's a little bit more to them. Like, he would have been dead on the normal percent, like a while ago.
Yeah, it takes twice as many shots.
Ah, yes.
The fight is
Twice as many shots.
It's when the ship opens life reboot. And the reason for that is just for timing purposes and for keeping the route the same as the standard any percent. So that way you guys have learned like half the speedrun. We didn't want people guessing like, oh, is it on
Game
the first
19,
pixel when the
98
ship
votes.
appears?
Game 20,
So the ship's going to
99
appear on the
votes.
screen, and then it's going to open, and the moment it opens, you get to clunk. All right, time for game number 19 with 98 votes. One off the most popular.
That's right.
Oh, you didn't close the window.
I have not. So let's do that. Thank you. I also picked the wrong one.
I'm guessing SMB 1 and SMB 3 in that order for the last two.
Thank you. All right. Let's do it. 19.
Barbie's probably out of the question at this
This
point.
is the title screen music.
SMB 1, if there's no title screen music. That much I remember. This could be any of them.
Who said Trog?
Oh, never mind. Super Mario Bros. 3 SE?
Super Mario
ROM
Bros.
hack or
3.
something? Special edition ROM hack?
And this is another ROM hack, but I didn't make this one. This one has its own category on speedrun.com, Speedrunners Edition. There are no auto-scrollers. It's going to be defeat Bowser
Or-
80%.
There's no auto scrollers or hand levels.
Yeah.
You can go into them, but it's not. They will not randomly pull you in.
If you want to go into the hand levels, but
Yeah, and so there's no hand.
You won't
RNG.
want to.
You can go in if you want it.
yeah, you won't want to
But,
if it's any
there's no
percent.
auto-scrollers, so the final world, World 8, is going to be entirely different. Just entirely different. I'm very excited to learn this because
Yeah,
I
about
really
half
like
of that
playing
was
Mario
like what
Kart
auto
casually, but
scrollers, like all the
I hated
vehicle
the
levels,
ending.
but
it was not something I ever enjoyed, and like it slowed to a crawl. Go and show stage
that's
4.
gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
I've never even seen,
If I don't
like,
die
I've never
here.
even imagined
Somebody asked
those
where
levels
you get the flat.
not
Like you
being
can.
auto
The
scrollers.
levels are the same. When we say no auto scrollers, that means that the level you still play the levels, but there is no auto scroller in them. So you'll see that here shortly.
So for
I
those of you who
can
have,
already picture what that looks
accidentally
like. Don't worry.
Gone into stage 4 in World 1, you might have realized, oh hey, it's an auto scroller, and it's really slow. You're gonna see that's not gonna be the case, and this is how all of the airships, all of the tanks, like all that stuff in World 8 is going to function. No wrong warp.
Oh gosh. Yes,
Yeah,
no
it's-
wrong
any
works on
percent
that.
Plays
more
different
wrong warp.
already.
It's so weird, but so much better at the same time. Oh, that was a corner. So, like, one of the neatest things about this ROM hack is usually P-speed's, like, pretty easily defined, like how to go through the level quickly. But in the tank level and the sub level and the Air Force, like, you're not getting it in Air. Well, maybe you can, but
I don't know.
you're not getting it in the same way you would get it in other levels. So you have to do it a little differently.
Can imagine.
I know we're not showing any of the later levels, but you'll see them later point.
I hope that's not me on race day.
Final game.
Final game, 99 votes, so one more vote. So if you said your vote didn't matter, it mattered a lot.
I'm pretty excited about
Trog's
this.
not getting
I am
99
too.
votes,
Very
especially
excited.
how it was received after Big 20 number
This one took a lot of
16.
work.
It did.
Trog isn't getting 99 votes.
All right, here we go.
Zelda 1. SMB 1 didn't even... Castlevania 3 beat out Super Mario Bros. 1. Really?
Big surprise.
Zelda
CB3 beat out Mario 1 in votes.
And this is going to be beat the game.
This is beat the game.
Yeah, this is another ROM hack, but you're going to have to beat Dungeon 6, 8, and 9. We're starting you off in the speed run towards the end. So when he
Thankfully.
makes a new file, you're going to notice there's going to be a whole lot of hearts.
And no, like, Zelda name.
Look at all those hearts. That's enough hearts to get the magic sword right away. And you see that he already has the white sword. He has 1 bomb and 1 key, so he's prepared for level 6. It did terrific, Tracy. You have
Get
the
Triforce
little paper, so you
P6,
can
Triforce
buy,
P8, and then just
you
beat
can
the
buy
final
yourself
dungeon.
a potion from the shop near Dungeon 9. You also have 255 rupees. And so with 255 rupees, you can walk right over and buy yourself a what you call it?
Blue ring.
Yeah, blue ring.
You have everything you need.
I hope I remember
You have
how
all
to
the
do the screen
required
wrapping.
items to beat the game. So you can actually go get more heart containers. You can go get potions. You can buy a potion. You can even get the the choose any potion. Like everything is still there. You only have the Triforces and all these items, so you can still do everything that you want. So there's a lot of safeties. We gave you max money. We gave you the required 1 bomb, 1 key to get started in level 6. And
First
that
quest, there's not a
is,
dungeon down there.
We think that was a good
Boy, this is
compromise.
really expensive.
You do have the choice
What's
to
the
get the
ring do again?
magical sword if you don't want to, or if you want to. I'm gonna get the magical sword.
I think I'm gonna get the magical
I think
sword.
I'm gonna get it, but you do have the option, so you do start with the white sword.
And if you're worried about bomb RNG, you can just buy more bombs.
You can just buy
you
more
have enough
bombs,
money to
yeah.
do that. You don't have enough money to buy the bombs and the blue ring.
Oh, I
Speed
didn't
scrolls
do
are
it.
okay. And check this out. You can rook order right at the start.
You can. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the goal. So you have to get the Triforces in 6, 8, and then beat level 9.
Yeah, we'll be sharing the number of votes. We'll be sharing like the vote stuff later today. I'm gonna create a spreadsheet and clean it up a little bit.
There is something wrong with the ROM hack. We'll have to fix that. I think I tested the other.
So some of the games I was hoping would show up but didn't that I actually voted for were like, yeah, I was aware there was a Pac-Man port for NES.
There you go.
I would have been down to
Beat
play
level-
Pac-Man,
beat
but
level
that's not
6, 8,
here.
9. You also
Wario's Woods, I would have been
We started
perfectly
with the
fine playing
bracelets, so
that
if you don't
again,
wanna do
even though I just did it at like
screen
Big 20 number
scrolls,
16.
record or whatever. You don't want to
Would've
buy
been
anything.
definitely fine with that again.
You can also
Also
just
not
walk over
here.
here and take the power bracelet one, which you don't usually have in the speedrun.
But
I
we
mean, like,
really give you
after,
lots
like,
of
stuff
different
like
options.
Castlevania 3,
So if you
Castlevania
don't
1,
wanna
Ninja Gaiden,
learn that, you can just take the middle stairway.
A
and
Mega
then
Man
go
game.
right there at 6.
yeah, after
I mean,
enough
you
of those
can,
classic titles, and
buy the
also,
blue
like,
ring and
the few
and
games I
up
have,
A
like, a
and
lot
then
of
take that
experience
and
in,
then go over here. You'd only have 3 hearts.
I kind of just
but,
ran out of, like, good ideas for games to
There's
vote
lots
for.
of routing options you have with all sorts of safety. The fastest is obviously going to be just go in as Green Link, get the magic sword, and then just go. Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff.
Can't believe
Yep.
that nap
Well,
didn't
that's-
made
that's
it.
the
And
list.
people put
Let's,
Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
What are the thoughts?
Andy Social Network says, "I love this list, and I'm
I
definitely
didn't vote for
joining the Big
Batman.
20."
I mean, I was okay with playing the game, but I really wasn't that good at
Alright.
Batman, so I guess that's why I never voted for it. I wasn't really that good at Batman.
6 and 8 have the heart containers in them. Yes, it's every level has the heart containers in them. Actually,
Oh, we may have convinced him.
better be in it. I tell you what, having the magical shield's really weird. You
I'm
can
not
lose
worried
it
about
if you get
Subi.
eaten by like.
Yeah, don't get pancaked.
Yeah. Menuing is also weird. Let's
It-
do
it-
this.
Good, but this
If
is
you
good,
know
but for
about,
people who already ran the
about
games or played a
speedrun,
lot,
if you're
in my
familiar with all the
opinion.
menuing and stuff, you're gonna have a couple of situations
gosh.
where the menuing
Hey
is
there.
off and like things feel a little weird. But that's just because we wanted to give extra safeties to people.
So you gotta play in the dark for some
You need
rooms.
that key, but up for this. Okay, that easy.
Not sure how good
I'll
I
make a
am in the
tutorial
dark.
for you.
The lack of sandbagging up until Z1.
That's right. I've played this game before.
Me too. Second quest
So
for
that's it.
Triforces.
So Castlevania 3. That goal is not yet decided, but we are going to do that.
Probably gonna
Yeah,
figure it out by the end of the day.
What Castlevania 3 is going? Who's going to be the person that
Trevor
decides
only is
the
not
team?
gonna be full game though.
I tell you what, I'm so glad that the cat's out of the bag with all these because I am so tired. I was tired of like hiding.
I
it
would be
and
down to play
worrying
Scythe
about
up or
spoiling
Set,
the
but
list. So
Yeah, not being
Um,
able to show people, having to hide your folders, and
yeah.
Not having Prissy ask you every 5 minutes.
Castlevania
Yeah.
3 still
Warriors
barely
Woods was
made
not
it
in
in,
the
and
list.
had I not
did vote
voted,
for
it wouldn't be
Warriors
here.
Woods. So what were some of the?
Oh, 58
We-
votes for.
We have the list of like. Of
Okay,
votes.
never
What were
mind.
some
I
of the
would have still
games that
been in
just
with
missed the
55
cut?
votes.
so some of the games that just missed the cut. Let me pull it up here.
I'm curious what just missed the cut.
Battletoads, Bubble Bobble, and Marble Madness all had 55 votes. They were all 1 vote away from tying with Castlevania 3.
So if I didn't vote
Mega Man 4
CB3,
had 54 votes and was 2 votes away.
Mega
Although-
Man 4. Wow.
then one of
Full
those 3 games could have
disclosure,
easily
while
just
Mega Man
taken
4 was
CB3's
close,
place.
It was
Wow.
actually very far away. It was very far away because
Marble Madness
Mega
is
Man 2
in, they
and Mega
wouldn't
Man
have
3 got
joined.
more votes.
I never
We weren't
played
gonna have
Marble
3 Mega Man
Madness.
games, so it would have been bumped. Batman had 53 votes. Super Mario Brothers had 52. Little Samson had 52. Little Nemo had 48. Pac Sanity with 47. River City Ransom and Castlevania 2 had 46. Mega Man 1 had 46. Darkwing Duck had 45. And then several others with 40 to 43. Bionic Commando, Ninja Gaiden 3, Final Fantasy, Excitebike, Journey to Silius, Rygar, Star Tropics, and Blaster Master. And then there's a bunch of other games in the 30s. But we'll send out a full list later.
I'm curious
all
to
of
see the
the-
full
all of those.
list.
So now we try to organize this before So there is a mini race that's going to happen right now, and we're going to go over. We're going to go over the goals. I'll go over the goals right now. This is an idea that we've had. We're finally going to get to do it, which is I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm just
So
wondering
none of
like
the
how
staff is
many like
participating, but
games
we are going to
are
do commentary
in this
on
mini
it,
race
so.
though.
So let me
Curious.
get the sheet up, and we can review it. We'll go through it as a group.
Though I'm probably not gonna have like time to stick around to actually watch the race. I'm just curious to see like what games are showing up in it. And I'm definitely not gonna be in the race either.
All right. Let's go over here.
Yeah, not only am I
I
not
don't
gonna
have
like
Dex Tech, but this
be
is
like
live.
sticking around to watch, I'm not even gonna be in the race.
All right, so let's share this. Copy the link. There you go.
Not goal for
This
the
is
main
the
race.
mini race
Yep.
goal.
I just
anyone
want to
can
see
do
what the
this.
list looks
There you
like and
go.
how many. I'm curious.
Let's get that music back on. I think it's playing.
Blaze of
But,
Steel, that also like definitely sounds like a
Yeah, so
metal
let's
song
go.
or something.
Let's go through it. Yeah. So the race is. Here is the list for the thank you, Oversmart. That's the link for the race. So if you want to do this, this is blind. Like nobody knows what the goals are. The mini race, the mini goals. But we have shortened every one of these goals to basically be like 1 or 2 levels. And so we're going to go through this now, so you can kind of go through it. So Castlevania 3, defeat the Skull Knight. So that is that first boss.
Mini
so you
goal
just have to
complete
get to
Act
the first
1.
boss and beat the first boss. If you get the whip
That's gonna
upgrade,
take about a
it's
minute,
very
maybe.
Easy. Just like the regular
Mini
race,
goal
we're going to do the
defeats
30
the
minutes
first
or 30
boss.
seconds between each game. Not 30 minutes. We're going to do the 30 seconds between each game, so that 1, you can review the goal, and 2, you can have time to switch, and then the 2 minutes before Metroid, so you can put the password in. Ninja Gaiden 2, Act 1, so it's literally just beat the first boss. I put these screenshots
So the games list is
in
the same?
document
I see.
as well to show you when you're supposed to stop time, so there's no confusion. Here, Act 1. Punch Out, it's just beat King Hippo. You do have to put the code in, so make sure you hold select.
I'm
press A
still
and
like
B.
not ready
Make
for
sure
the
your
mini
save
race
states are
personally.
disabled.
If it's
Don't
all
do
the
it like
games,
I did. It was pretty bad, but
I'd rather have some practice
make sure
first.
you can get that in there and hold select, press A and B at the same time. So TKO. I think you can only knock down King Hippo once. I put TKO. I don't think that's actually possible.
Just beat him.
Yeah, just beat King Hippo. Dr. Mario, we're going to do level 5. You can pick any speed, so we picked 5 just because it's much easier, and it'll be way shorter. It's probably like 20 or 15 or 20 viruses. Kirby's Adventure, beat the first level. Listen to the cutscene, so Kirby has to do the dance to do the cutscene.
Yeah, that's all
C,
cool and
first area,
whatnot, but I'm
Konami
gonna be
code
signing
is allowed,
off.
or the extra
I was
life
just
code
curious
is
what the
allowed,
mini race
but all
like
you have to
goal
do is
list
beat
and
the
what it looked
first
like.
level.
And now I already
First
sort of get the
area and beat
idea.
the helicopter